Welcome to Law and Property with Dr. Prince Joel. On this program, you will continue to learn everything that you need to know about real estate transaction, development, investment. You will learn more about landlord and tenants, all that has to do with developers, all that has to do with agents, and a whole lot. You will learn the legal roadmap to property ownership and acquisition, eagle eye due diligence. You will learn more about land dispute, how they start, how they escalate, and how they are resolved. Issues concerning demolition notices and your rights, and life scenarios, all of that, practical scenarios, you will continue to learn on this program. I welcome you to today's edition. On today's edition, we will be discussing something very interesting, a topic that affects real estate agents. Okay, so I will call it real estate agents remuneration, their duties, and the recent Supreme Court decision. Okay, that's what we're going to be discussing today. Real estate agent remuneration, real estate agent duties, and the recent Supreme Court decision we will be discussing today. But before we proceed, let's look at what we learned last week. Last week, we discussed about possession and ownership. Possession and ownership. I took time to explain that possession and ownership are not the same, even though they look alike. I went ahead to explain scenarios of lawful possession and scenarios of unlawful or instances of unlawful possession. I gave examples. So for those who did not participate in last week's edition and you want to hear more about, you want to learn more about that topic, possession and ownership, I will advise you send a text message, a WhatsApp message, preferably a text message to 080-2055-0410, and I will send you the recorded version of that teaching. Okay, send a text message and ask for a copy of it. I will share with you, and this will lead me to setting up a community, a WhatsApp community where people can come learn, or where people can come ask questions on things that concern law and property. And so to join the WhatsApp community of Law and Property with Dr. Prince Joel, I am requesting that you send a text message saying add me to the WhatsApp community, and the number is 080-2055-0410, and I will send you all the content, and you'll begin to receive more content, a lot about my books. You have access to e-copies of my books, you have access to my articles, and a whole lot. Having said that, I welcome you to today's edition. On today's edition, I will refer us to our real estate Bible. If you've not gotten a copy of this real estate Bible, please do not hesitate. It's selling for 10,000 naira. We have very limited copies. Pick up a copy and join as I teach every Wednesday on Law and Property with Dr. Prince Joel. Today, if you have your real estate Bible, you can go to the page 219. Page 219 talks about the remuneration of agents and lawyers. But for today, I'm going to expand it. We will look at the duties of real estate agents. Okay, the duties of real estate agents. We will take it and discuss more about the Supreme Court judgment. So having said that, I will lay the foundation to say that it is unfortunate, that a lot of professionals have burnt their finger, have had issues that has to do with the remuneration of agents, that has to do with their commission, that has to do with their legal fee. And the recent case, it's a major one. I will take us to that case, and we start with the recent Supreme Court decision on agency. So if you're there, join me as we look at this case, discuss briefly about it, and just make progress. Let's go for a commercial break. When we come back, we continue.
Are you tired of property disputes draining your time and resources? Look no further. The Property Dispute Management is here to help. We are a one-stop center for resolving property disputes through mediation, negotiation, and arbitration. Our expert team will guide you through the process, ensuring a fair and peaceful resolution. Don't let property disputes hold you back. Contact us today and let us help you find a solution. Call us at 0903-754-7381 or visit our office, second floor, number 16 in Barry Street, off Okigwe Road, by Prison Bus Stop, Ikenebu Layout, Owerri, Imo State.
So this case is between an estate surveyor whose name is Philip Ojo versus is an estate surveyor versus SDV Nigeria Limited and Score Nigeria Limited. Okay, these are the three parties. So the estate agent Ojo is claiming $1.25 million. $1.25 million. That is what he is claiming, which was approximately 161.25 million. Okay, he's claiming that as agency commission for introducing SDV to Score Nigeria Limited on a deal of 20 acres of property somewhere in Lagos. Okay, now this let me give you a little more background on this case. So Ojo alleged he introduced the property to SDV Nigeria Limited through SDV's agent. The agent's name is Mr. Adebola Adejobi, but he was excluded from the deal and he was not paid his commission. I want us to understand this very well. He was not paid his commission, and because of that was why he went to court. Now, the lower court decision, which is the Lagos High Court, initially granted the agent, that's Ojo's claim, in part, but the Court of Appeal set aside that the decision, ruling in favor of SDV Nigeria. Remember that SDV Nigeria is the one that is buying the property, is the one that they introduced to the seller. SDV Nigeria is the buyer. The seller is Score Nigeria Limited. Okay, so now this matter now got to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, upheld the Court of Appeal decision. Are you understanding me? It upheld the Court of Appeal decisions, stating that Ojo failed to establish an agency relationship with SDV Nigeria and his introduction wasn't the effective cause of sale. Are you understanding that? The court went ahead to emphasize that an agent must prove their introduction was the main reason for the sale to claim commission. I want us to understand this. Ojo is the agent who introduced SDV to the third party, Score Nigeria Limited, on a transaction. They went on that transaction. They didn't carry him along. What happened? They excluded him and closed the transaction. They didn't pay him his agency fee or agency commission. So he got angry and went to court. And the court, at the first instance, granted his request in part. The SDV was dissatisfied. They went to Court of Appeal. Court of Appeal set aside judgment at the lower court. From Court of Appeal, they went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court held and said that, oh boy, there is no agency relationship between you and the company. Okay? The argument went on and on and on and on and on. And in summary, Ojo lost. And the basis, I'll just read the judgment for us. Now, the decision of the court, I'll just read the way it is. In resolving the issue, listen carefully as I read this. Okay? You can ask for this recording again. In resolving the issue, the Supreme Court held that an estate agent is not automatically entitled to a commission simply because he introduced a buyer or tenant to a property. He must show that his introduction was the main and effective reason why the sale or lease eventually took place. The court explained that where an estate agent, without any prior agreement, merely informs someone about a property that may interest them, the agent cannot later demand payment of agency fee or commission just for giving that information. The Supreme Court held that when a person voluntarily gives another person a benefit, such as providing information or doing some work without, being asked to do so, the recipient of that benefit is not legally bound to pay for it. The person receiving the benefit is free to use the information or work in any way they choose without owing any obligation to the person who provided it. Okay? In the present case, the Supreme Court held that the appellant was unable, the word is unable, to establish that his alleged introduction of the property was the real and effective cause that led to the purchase of the property by the first respondent. And that reason, the appellant was not entitled to claim any agency commission from the first respondent. Issues resolved in favor of the respondent. Ladies and and gentlemen listening to me in the city of Owerri, I am saying that agents, this is time to wake up. For all the agents who are doing things anyhow, this man is doing this matter sometime in 2017, and they just got judgment. Judgment just came out this 2026. That's about 19 years. Somebody is trying to claim agency fee, commission fee for 19 years. And what happened? He could not get it. Why? Because he could not establish that there was a relationship, or that his relationship was what caused the conclusion and consummation of that transaction. All you agents, wake up, go and upgrade, improve on yourself, avoid things that will make you labor and you will not be able to reap your labor. Calling somebody on phone, I'm introducing somebody to you, somebody is coming and they go ahead and conclude the transaction. You now want to come and claim commission. It can't work. That's what the Supreme Court is saying. It cannot work. For you to be able to claim commission, you must establish a relationship. There must be a consensus ad idem. Even if you don't do normal letter front and back, what is stopping you from even doing WhatsApp offer and acceptance? Agree on the amount to be paid. Haven't agreed on the amount to be paid, you take steps in participating, which will not take me to the duties of an agent. Okay, the duty of estate agent. Now, this also takes me to agents who are now collecting 20% against the stipulated 10% transaction. It is illegal. Even you who is buying, you can sue any agent who is trying to extort you. And that is why this program is on air. The law is settled. Mere sitting down in your house and introducing somebody and transaction happen for your back, you're coming to claim, is illegal. And this also is making me to, the police force should also draw knowledge from this, because people will take the other party to the police saying that I introduced him to the transaction and he has refused to pay me my agency fee. What? Introducing is not enough for a commission. You must be part of the transaction. You must play all the role that will help the transaction in consummating. In this particular case, in fact, SDV was saying that they even have seen the property before. He only introduced them to the owner of the property. And after that, he did nothing again. And they continued and closed the transaction in his back. Now he wants to come and claim millions of dollars. And he lost. Spent 19 years in court. 19 good years in court. For agents who are listening to me, this is a wake-up call. Learn how to do your business better. Scale up. Attend to program. Invest in yourself. Understand the professionality of your business. And for those who are doing one room paro, collecting 5,000 naira from people, show them uncompleted building and come back and collect money. That money, you should vomit it back. That money should, in fact, the person who paid you that money should recover it. So if when you collect money from somebody, you went and show somebody an apartment that is wrong, the person can take you up and sue you. So this program is a wake-up call for all the agents, for all the landlords. I also want to extend to say that for landlords who will allow agents to charge 20%, it should be discouraged. And for any tenant, for any property purchaser who feels that he has been unjustly billed, unjustly extorted, arbitrary fees, you can sue that person. Agents who can do better. And I want to use the opportunity to present to us once again Prince Joel Real Estate Academy. At Prince Joel Real Estate Academy, we take time to train agents. We take time to train. Last week, I made an announcement. I want to train 50 people on real estate. How to do real estate better. 50 people in Imo State. I only got about 10 numbers. And I'm saying, people are not interested. Okay, no problem. Until they enter trouble. A lot of people will never learn until they get into trouble. Until they get into trouble, they will never learn until they get into trouble. And so what am I saying this morning? I'm saying scale up. The decision in the Supreme Court on this matter is a wake-up call to every property buyer. And I'm saying that this is the time for us to sit up. What are the duties of an agent? What are the duties of an agent? The duties of an agent include property listing properties for sale, for rent, marketing them, to potential clients. Then go into client liaison, working with buyers, sellers, landlords, and tenants to understand their needs. Property viewing, help them in arranging and conducting property inspections. Go into negotiating price and terms between the parties, helping them in documentation, assisting with paperwork, offer and acceptance, contract and agreement. Then of course, agents are not meant to handle legal documentation, but every other documentation you can handle. Then go into market research, providing clients with market trends and all that, Now, having said that, it's only in Nigeria here people are agents without being schooled, but I have provided an academic platform where we train people on how to become a good real estate agent. And the classes hold physically and virtually. For now, we are focusing on virtual class. For those who are interested in virtual class, it's a 1-month program, 2 times a week, and the cost for training as an agent is 50,000 naira. If you want to be a better agent, the class is open. Send us a text message, a WhatsApp message that you want to be a better agent. Okay, we will train you and make you a better agent. Now, this is different from the 1-day seminar that I called last week. Okay, so if you want to be a better agent and take your business to the next level, I'm saying you should join the Prince Joel Real Estate Academy and become a better agent. And that will take you to the next level. And if you want to go international, that will also help you to go international. So in summary, an agent who fails to perform his duty as an agent cannot earn agency commission. And for property investors, property lovers, I am saying you have a right to withhold a commission that is meant for an agent because he did not perform his job. For you to earn that commission, you must be part of the transaction from the beginning to the end. You must perform your role and your duty as an agent. That's the only way you can earn commission. Otherwise, you have no commission to earn. Supreme Court has settled that. Agent is up to you. If you like, remain at the level where you are. If you like, seek to upgrade yourself. You will continue to have problem. And of course, Dr. Prince Joel, I'm ready to resolve these disputes as they come, and I'll tell you the very truth. All right. So for those who want to upgrade their skill and move to the next level, the number to reach out to is 08020550410. I'll take it again, 08020550410. Let's go for a commercial break. When we come back, we continue.
ala ụlọ maọbụ ngwongwo ejikwara ese mana onye nwe ya nọ akwụkwọ ya ozukwara oke tọọkwa ntị n'ala o mara ma gọọmenti nwere mmasị iweghara ebe ahụ maọbụ na enwere ndọrọndọrọ onye nwe nke onwe n'ezinụlọ na-eresi gị ya ọzọ abụrụ leekwa o ma okwu ala ahụ nọ n'ụlọ ikpe ọtụtụ ụmụafọ Naijiria na-atụfu nde kwuru nde naira n'akụrụ akụ akwụkwọ ejiri gọrịa ha mkpumkpu ego a na iji setụlụ ndị obodo ụfọdụ abụrụ erecha erigharịa ndị oke ọchịchọ dị n'obodo nkutu na mmebi ọdụrụkọ ndị gọọmenti maọbụ ikpe ndọrọndọrọ ala agwụ ngwa gee ntị mee nyocha tupu ịzụwa o kpọọ Due Diligence Consulting Limited ozugbo anyị ga-echeru n'isi mmiri mata ndị nwe ya bụ ala maọbụ ụlọ ị na-azụ chọpụta ma okwu gbasara ya ọnọ na ndọrọndọrọ hụkwa na akwụkwọ enyere gị bụ ọkpọkọpị kpọtụrụ anyị ka ịzụ ala gị maọbụ ụlọ na-akwaghị mmakwara. Due Diligence Consulting Limited bụ ụlọ ọrụ kwesịrị ntụkwasị obi ga-eme nyocha ahụ ka obi ruo oge ala. Ụlọ ọrụ anyị dị na Lagos, Abuja, Asaba, Port Harcourt, Ọka, Enugu, Uyo na Owerri. Chọrọ anyị bịawa na nọmba 16 Mbari Street, Ikenegbu, Owerri, Imo State. Kpọọ 07078503573 maọbụ 08020550410. Due Diligence Consulting Limited.
I would like to share the following information to our listeners so that we all get well informed. All right. So if the first information is that I'm inviting CEOs, real estate developers, real estate companies to the following events. The first event is the Asia Pacific Business Leadership Conference, which has provision for players in the real estate industry. So if you are a CEO, you are a manager, a senior manager, a government official, there is an event happening in Japan in the month of June. I'm inviting us to join that delegation where you have the opportunity to connect with businesses, entrepreneurs, and professionals from across the world and Asia Pacific in particular. So if you've only dreamt of Japan, the opportunity is here. Engage in networking and leadership section, explore global partnership opportunities, participate in workshops and forums. Now, this event is a paid event, and so I am looking forward to see MDs, CEOs of real estate companies, government officials, politicians, those who have the means to attend these events. Please hit us, reach out to me on 08020550410. And there's also another event happening in Canada for real estate developers, for real estate investors. It's happening in Canada. So what will you be expecting? Global networking, business conferences and trade exhibition, insight on world commerce and international partnership. I will be leading the delegation to Canada. I'm already ready. I'm just looking for 10% that will be willing to join me. So if you have your money in your pocket and you want to join me, or you have your visa already, then why not connect with me? Let's make Canada a history. Let's make statement in Canada. One of the things I also do is to create a network between the Nigerians in diaspora and the delegation going from Nigeria. Okay, so if you will be going with me, you have the opportunity to meet Nigerians in diaspora. Towards the end of the year, Nigerians in diaspora will always have different functions, organizations, and all of that. So I will give you the opportunity to sell your business, sell your enterprise, sell your skill, no, your business to Nigerians in diaspora. I'll take you to some of these events that will be happening, especially that of UK and Canada. The same thing is happening in UK. The same conference is happening in UK. So I'm saying, if you have the funds, you have the resources, please join us as I lead this delegation to UK, Canada. So what are you waiting for? Send a text message to 08020550410. Send a text message there and you will get a response, and I will send you the requirements to participate in this event. Okay, so that is the information for international tour coming up in Canada, UK, and Japan. There are other events happening in other parts of the world. There is the one happening in the US. I can share the information with you. There's one happening in Mexico and a whole lot, but it's all about interest. But if you need any of these events and this conference is happening globally, feel free to reach me so that you have the information and you can plan and know how to participate in these events. Let's go for a commercial break. When we come back, we continue.
ala ụlọ maọbụ ngwongwo ejikwara ese mara onye nwe ya nọ akwụkwọ ya ozukwara oke tọọkwa ntị n'ala o mara ma gọọmenti nwere mmasị iweghara ebe ahụ maọbụ na enwere ndọrọndọrọ onye nwe nke onwe n'ezinụlọ na-eresi gị ya ọzọ abụrụ leekwa o ma okwu ala ahụ nọ n'ụlọ ikpe ọtụtụ ụmụafọ Naijiria na-atụfu nde kwuru nde naira n'akụrụ akụ akwụkwọ ejiri gọrọ ya ha mkpumkpu ego a na iji setụlụ ndị obodo ụfọdụ abụrụ erecha erigharịa ndị oke ọchịchọ dị n'obodo nkutu na mmebi ọdụrụkọ ndị gọọmenti maọbụ ikpe ndọrọndọrọ ala agwụ ngwa gee ntị mee nyocha tupu ịzụwa o kpọọ Due Diligence Consulting Limited ozugbo anyị ga-ejeru n'isi mmiri mata ndị nwe ya bụ ala maọbụ ụlọ ị na-azụ chọpụta ma okwu gbasara ya ọnọ na ndọrọndọrọ hụkwa na akwụkwọ enyere gị bụ ọkpọkọpị kpọtụrụ anyị ka ịzụ ala gị maọbụ ụlọ na-akwaghị mmakwara. Due Diligence Consulting Limited bụ ụlọ ọrụ kwesịrị ntụkwasị obi ga-eme nyocha ahụ ka obi ruo oge ala. Ụlọ ọrụ anyị dị na Lagos, Abuja, Asaba, Port Harcourt, Ọka, Enugu, Uyo na Owerri. Chọrọ anyị bịawa na nọmba 16 Mbari Street, Ikenegbu, Owerri, Imo State. Kpọọ 07078503573 maọbụ 0802-055-0410. Due Diligence Consulting Limited.
Another announcement information. This information is also for real estate companies in Imo State and beyond. Okay, so I am the one inviting you to elevate your real estate team with expert training. You're a real estate company and you want to train your team, you want to train your legal department, you want to train your marketing team, you want to train your team as a whole. I'm saying that you should not hesitate. Take this opportunity, elevate your team with expert training. So if you're a real estate company looking to boost your real estate team or your team's skill and performance, look no further. I'm saying that you can book my services, okay? You can book my services for me to come and do the needful. So book Dr. Prince Joel. By the grace of God, Dr. Prince Joel is a seasoned real estate investment coach. He is a best-selling author, real estate author, a property resolver. Okay, so for your next training or conference, do not hesitate to book Dr. Prince Joel. Now, with expertise in real estate investment, law, or let me say property law, property development, and conflict resolution, Dr. Prince Joel is well equipped, okay, or rather, Dr. Prince Joel will equip your team, your realtors, with the knowledge and skill to excel. Okay, and what you will get if you book me for your trainings, you will get expert training that is seasoned and well tailored to your team's needs. You will get insight from my best-selling, books, and of course, industry experts. You will get practical strategies for real estate investment and property management. You will get effective techniques for resolving property dispute and negotiation. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me this morning. What are you waiting for? Why not contact or book Dr. Prince Joel for your next event? And to book me for your next event, the number is 080-2055-0410. I repeat again, 080-2055-0410. Okay, book me for your conferences, for your training. Let's take your real estate team to the next level. I promise you will not regret inviting Dr. Prince Joel to train your team. Let's go for a commercial break. When we come back, we continue.
Are you tired of property disputes draining your time and resources? Look no further. The Property Dispute Management is here to help. We are a one-stop center for resolving property disputes through mediation, negotiation, and arbitration. Our expert team will guide you through the process, ensuring a fair and peaceful resolution. Don't let property disputes hold you back. Contact us today and let us help you find a solution. Call us at 0903-754-7381 or visit our office, second floor, number 16 in Barry Street, off Okigwe Road, by Prison Bus Stop, Ikenebu Layout, Owerri, Imo State.
Some of my books are The Real Estate Bible, which is the one that we use anytime we're on air. Real Estate Bible is the compilation of articles on law and property in Nigeria simplified. That's our Real Estate Bible. The other book, it's Due Diligence, Real Estate Investment, the Due Diligence Guide. It's a book centered on due diligence, written by Dr. Prince Joel. The other book, it's Landlord and Tenant, Understanding Your Right as a Landlord and Tenant in Nigeria. Concerning your right as a landlord and tenant is a must have book if you are a landlord and a tenant. Dr. Prince Joel has also written some other shorthand books on one for real estate in-house counsels. Is a handbook centered for real estate in-house counsels, okay, which are areas that I train real estate in-house counsels. I also have the handbook I use in training. Disputes, that is resolving disputes in real estate transaction. Another handbook is Avoiding Compulsory Land Acquisition by Government. Okay, avoiding compulsory land acquisition by government. Another handbook that I have also used in training is Property Transactions and Contracts. Another handbook is Construction Law and Contracts. Okay, so if you are a real estate player, you will certainly need some of these handbooks to help you solve. So having said that, until I come your way again, remain blessed. My name remains Dr. Prince Joel, your real estate investment coach.